All right, so we are on day 103 of going through my journal. The quote for today says, "Food for the body is not enough. There must be food for the soul." And then it says, "What feeds your soul? What feeds your soul, and how does it feed it?" So if you're following along, just take a second. Oh, my cat's blocking the light. There you go. And pause the video and think about what you might respond to this, and I will tell you what I wrote. So let's see. I said, okay, so what feeds your soul and how does it feed it? I said, I'm not sure. Knowledge, I guess. I love learning about things and trying to make sense of the world, but oh man, I wonder what I was going through these last couple of days. Must have been going through kind of a rough time with the guy I was dating, and just everything, maybe work and everything. Because I said, as I get older, I wonder what's the point? Like, why do I always feel the need to constantly be trying to figure things out? Where does it get me? I don't think it necessarily makes me happy, but I don't really know what else I'd be doing with my time. It'd be nice to just live and be content with day-to-day life, but that would get boring, I think. Yeah, so I don't really have any hobbies, like consistent hobbies. And I know I bring this up again, but again, from what I'm seeing people say, like that's pretty common for someone with ADHD. And like you don't have just like this one thing that you're passionate about. You like get passionate in short bursts about different things. And I think that's what I like about learning, because I learn something new and I can learn everything about it, or I can go do a deep dive about things for a short amount of time and then just kind of like move on to something else. But then I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, I'm not doing anything with this knowledge besides just like collecting knowledge in my brain. And then what's the point of that? You know, like if I'm not using that knowledge to do something with it, like what's the point? But I don't know what else to do. So I don't know. I think that's what I was saying there. And I said, maybe at some point my interest will shift to wanting to learn about people. And I have a question mark. I said to better understand them and try to make meaningful relationships with them. Maybe that would be fulfilling and more productive use of my time. I said my worry with that is that I may understand people too well. Yeah, I don't know where my head was on this. This sounds kind of weird. My worry is that I may understand people too well. And if you haven't seen some of my other videos, like I wrote this like a while back. I don't even know what the date was that I wrote this. So let's see. I said, I feel like I can already see some things in people that others can't. Sometimes I feel like I understand certain people better than they understand themselves. I think that's why some people can be off-putting to me for no good reason. I think the reason is that I can sense, is that they're lying to themselves about who they are, and I can sense it. And I don't think it's like off-putting in a way that like I dislike them or I'm annoyed by them. It's that it makes me uncomfortable to be around people who I get this like sense from them that they're not being genuine. And I don't think they're like not being genuine and like they're like actively lying, but like there's just like been people I can just sense this sadness or this like weird, I don't know how to describe it, like energy from people, and like what they're saying doesn't really go along with like the vibe that I'm getting from them, and it just kind of makes me a little bit uneasy or uncomfortable. But then I said I don't like dishonesty, so maybe that's what I feel. And so yeah, like it's not that they're being like dishonest or lying to me per se. Like I don't even think that they realize that they're being dishonest to like themselves. And maybe I'm just overthinking things, but I do notice more and more that like I just get these weird senses from people, and it's like used to I was more like I was just kind of inward focused. Not that I was like selfish but like I just was oblivious to like other people for the most part. Like I think I could like take normal social cues, but now it's like I'm honing in on like even more cues from people that they're giving off like non-verbally. I don't know how to explain it, but that kind of went way off on this question. What the original question was what feeds your soul? Um I do wish I had something that was like more deeper meaning that gave me like a sense of purpose. I just haven't found it yet, and I know this is like a recurring thing in these posts, but like I keep feeling like my life is on hold for now until I finish school. And it shouldn't be like I should have the time to do other things, and to find things that are more meaningful, but I've struggled with that. Like I want to know like what is my purpose, what's going to bring more meaning to my life and like feeds my soul, but I just don't know what it is yet. But for now things are okay. I am still just like learning about a bunch of things that interest me with the hopes that one day maybe that will come in handy in some situation where I can use it in a way that like benefits, I don't know, society would be nice, but you know, even just like on a more micro scale has some benefit to someone. But I don't know. That this is a kind of a hard question for me, I guess. Um but yeah, I don't know. Does I wonder how many people like do have that. I know some people like are really good at music or dance, or there's something that they're it's normally like artistic sort of things that they're like really good at and seem to have like this strong passion for. And I am so jealous of those people. Um but I don't know. I just keep thinking that it'll just happen for me one day. Hopefully, I'll find it. But for now, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and just see what happens, I guess. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I will be back tomorrow with day 104.